Hey, what's going on, everybody? Last time I posted something about, so I said that people should stop making excuses. I reposted somebody else's post, and then I added one other excuse, and I said that some people use, love your body as an excuse. Now, again, I want to emphasize this. I said this before, but there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, loving your body, because you should love yourself first, and before you expect somebody else to love you, right? Like, self-love is like very important. But I'm not talking about that, right? I'm talking about people who are using that as an excuse. Using that as an excuse, saying, oh, everybody's different. I'll just stay, unhealthy, unfit, or whatever, or fat, thin, whatever. That's an excuse, because that's something that you can work on. Like, if you're like tall and you want to be shorter, or if you're short, you want to be taller, that's something that you can't change. For things that you can't change, you should love what you're given. And you should love that, you should be confident with what you're given no matter what. That I agree. But again, I'm talking about those people who are using that as an excuse and kind of twisting the idea of loving your body and saying, I'll just stay fat. People are different. There are fat people, thin people. Well, here's the thing. If you don't care, then that's your life, right? Nobody gives a shit. But if you do feel like there's room for improvement, but then you're just like too lazy and just use that as an excuse, that's the shit I'm talking about. It's not the fact that loving yourself or loving your body, that statement itself is bad. It's how people intend to use that statement that is the problem. So, on my page, and just, I guess, who I am, I'm just gonna, be transparent with you guys, and I'm just gonna talk about what I think is right, what I think are facts, because I am from a background of science, and science is, I believe, the study of getting closer and closer to the truth. So I'm all about that, right? I'm all about facts. So there may be things that I say that are gonna stick a little, that it's gonna sting a little, because it's not maybe stuff that you believe in, or maybe it's not, it contradicts kind of the bad habits I've been doing, that you're kind of, your defense mechanism mentally, or just, tries to like defend yourself, and you just kind of not like the stuff that I say. Well, here's the thing. If your goal is to improve yourself, then, I hope my information will help you. But if you're trying to like look for validation, or anything that's different from what you're doing, you kind of just make excuses, then you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, I think that I'm here. My purpose is that I'm here to tell people the facts based on the science that I know. So that I know that if people take those advice, more likely than not, that's going to help them. But whether or not you take it, that's up to you. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't give a fuck if you listen. It's your life, it's not mine. You know, I've already transformed. It's not like I came out of my mom's, you know, vagina and then boom, you know, I'm ripped already. No, I was fat all my life. I've made my transformation. You know, I've been modest with my belief of what's right, and I sought out information that I kind of put down my ego, and you know, eventually with patience, I changed my body. So I'm good. I'm ripped. I have the body that I want. I don't give a fuck what you guys want, right? Like, I'm good. It doesn't matter if you don't want it. It's your life, right? But I'm just putting the information out there. So if you're gonna be resistant to the information, it's none of my business, you know? So I don't really give a fuck what you do. If you make excuses and you stay fat and you stay, you know, thin or whatever it is that you are right now, then just be that. I don't care, right? I'm not like nice enough to like care about everybody, to like, you know, trying to change the world. I don't give a fuck, really. But I will be happy to help people who are coachable, who are who can put down their ego and say, you know what, I am happy kind of with what I'm given because I appreciate what I'm given, but at the same time I know that I'm human and I got room for improvement, and I'm gonna put down my ego and I'm gonna look for ways to improve myself. So if you're like that, then you've came to the right place. All right, so that's what I want to talk about today. At the end of the day, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. All right, take care.